Morning, guys. Coach Abell here with a new updates and more video announcements for you guys. Um, Sorry for the delay. I meant to send one last week when I was out of town. I didn't have access to the right technology, so it's okay. There's a lot of information available to you now, so let's get to it. What you're looking at here is the calendar, most updated calendar. We'll talk about some of these things individually. Biggest thing to understand is that this is very fluid, so things are always changing. The only thing that has been left off of this calendar as of right now is the July 11th virtual combine that Coach Montgomery has been sending information to you guys about. Only reason I did left it off is because there's not an official location yet, but it's going to happen regardless. They've got a couple places just trying to figure out where they want to host it. But we'll talk more about these things as we kind of approach them. Okay. All right. Biggest announcement and the most pressing announcement to discuss is the class check-ins and fittings. This is what's going to be done this week. Even though other schools are likely starting conditioning this week, we are not. We want to try to get some clerical things out of the way first. So we'll talk a little bit about what these are. I'd like to get you guys measured and fitted up now. That way we don't have to worry about it come August. We can't technically give you guys any equipment, but we can at least fit you guys up, and we at least know where what sizes you are and whatnot. And that way, when it's time, it's a really quick, easy process. The only thing you guys need to bring with you at this time would be obviously your masks. Hopefully you guys have some. Please wear a mask as you guys come in. And your physicals. If you have already received a physical, it's an updated one, bring it with you. That way I can go ahead and scan it in, give it back to you guys, and then you guys can give it to your other coaches, keep it on file at home, whatever it is that you do. Okay, but these fit-ins were done by seniority and then by the alphabet. If you, for some reason, cannot be here on your assigned day, just text the coach and we'll make it work out. Okay. I can't technically bring you guys in groups of larger than 10. And that's kind of how this was done, is in smaller groups of 10 per session. So please let us know if you can't be there on a particular day, if you need to switch your day around or whatever, and we'll make it work. Physicals, just kind of talked about it a second ago. Hopefully you guys took advantage of the free ones. That's a little out of date. That was last week. Make sure that if you did receive a physical, you bring that paper with you on your check-in day. If you haven't done a physical, call, get your doctors, get with your doctors to schedule one. I can tell you that my stepson's primary care physician, his pediatrician, is not doing sports physicals anytime soon. So might be a good idea for you to go ahead and get ahead of that. All right. Your physicals don't technically expire for 13 months. Okay. So if you got yours done last July, yours technically wouldn't expire until August. But I will tell you guys, just for the peace of mind and liability purposes, get these things done as soon as we can. We don't want a lapse in your physical. And I'm just going to tell you right now, man, the closer we get to school, the more busy your doctor is going to be. So take advantage of the opportunities and the resources that you guys have available. If you don't want to go to your primary care physician, don't want to go to Kroger Little Clinic, July 14th, we will host physicals at Fern Creek. We weren't going to do these originally, but our nurse practitioner called us, said that she would do them. The only difference is this year you do need to pay for them up front. You've got to pay for them at the day of at Fern Creek, $25. That's not going to be something that we can take care of for you guys this year for obvious reasons. Okay. Things to prepare for, we've already discussed many of these. Water bottles, please make sure you've got them. Mask, make sure that you've got them. If you come to a workout session or a practice without your own water bottle, you will not be allowed to practice. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that right now. We cannot provide it for you, and the last thing we're going to do is have someone participate in 95-degree heat and 70% humidity without a water bottle. Other things you can anticipate, COVID health screening. This is going to be done on your phones. I'm going to send you this link today. This is going to be done pre-practice every day. As you guys come in, the form has got to be completed, okay, every day. It's not a COVID test. It is a health screening. It's just you answering a bunch of questions. I did it this morning when Ms. Nicole sent it to me. It took me every bit of 2 minutes. It does not take long at all. It's going to be required in order for you to participate every day. The student athletic safety agreement, same thing. Just it's an agreement saying that you know what you're getting into and that you know what the rules are and that you're going to follow the rules. Okay. The only thing that we will do on a consistent basis is going to be temperature checks. This will be done as you guys come into the weight room or to the facility. We again can't let you guys into the field house technically yet, but as you guys come in, myself, Miss Nicole, and another coach will be checking your temps. Okay. On that note, real quick, guys, COVID testing is not required, but it might be worthwhile, worth doing. Okay, especially for you guys who've been traveling. I know I got mine. As soon as we get back, I'll get the results back here. I think on Tuesday or Wednesday. So it's important that you guys are taking the precautions to make sure that if there was someone that was infected, you're not infecting other people. Last reminder about conditioning, guys, just get in shape. Make sure that your bodies are being acclimated to the heat and the humidity. Okay, again, control your own development. It's all about what you want and what you want to accomplish. We're not here for the excuses. We've given you every means and every resource that we know available. It's on you whether you've taken advantage of it. Okay. I don't want to talk about fees, but it's something that we have to discuss regardless. Okay. Obviously, with no camp being available to us this year, we had to adjust some things. And I guess the good news is that the player fees have decreased this year, this season. The captains discussed the items on the right. This is what the guys will get with their player fees this year. And the only thing that's really required out of this whole thing is the socks and the warm up, just because that's game specific gear. That'll be paid to Fern Creek football. The $20 insurance fee goes directly to Fern Creek High School. Unlike years before, I cannot get this season. That's going to be something you guys need to pay directly, and that's okay because there'll be a link that will be sent out here in a few weeks for you to pay that. Now, reminder that $20 is a one-time fee paid for every sport that you guys play. So if you're a track guy, a cross country, or a baseball guy, this is that one fee that you pay for the entire season. This isn't due anytime soon. It'll likely not be due. We probably won't even start collecting until mid-July. But we want to make sure that we get a little bit better idea of what the season will look like before we start collecting. If for some reason we've collected fees and then all of a sudden, God forbid, a decision is made canceling the season, we'll work these things out. We'll make sure that the $15 for the team those gets back to you, and then we'll make sure that you will receive the things of which you ordered. Okay. All right. On to the exciting stuff. Our first day is July 6th. That's a week from today. We have 70 varsity players mixed in with about 15 to 20 freshmen, maybe even more, and then 10 to 12 coaches. When you combine that, that's right around 100 people. We can't do groups of more than 50 at a time. So we're going to break you guys up, and we've actually broken you up into 4 groups with 2 different start times. Groups 1 and 2 is for primarily linemen. You guys come in at 6 o'clock. You'll be done at 7:45. 6 o'clock is your start time. Do not arrive at 6. I would likely arrive 5 to 10 minutes early. That way we can take care of all the necessary things that we've got to take care of, the forms, the temperature checks, etc. The groups, don't read into this, guys. This is all done based on experience level. It's not based on the depth chart. There are guys that are in group 2 that will likely be playing a lot, and there are some guys that are in group 1 that might not be playing a lot. It is what it is, guys. This is done just based on your development level, how much you were working out during the quarantine, and then where you were at physically pre-quarantine. Okay, so don't read into this any more than what it needs to be. There will be an element of some stretching, some dynamic workouts, and a little bit of conditioning and agility, and a weight room element, which is why it's important that we get there on time. That way we can sanitize everything in between set transitions. Okay. Group 3 and 4, you guys come in at 7:15, and you guys will leave at 9. We've staggered the group entrances for a reason. Again, 7:15 is your start time. Okay. Do not roll in at 7:15 expecting the workout. All right. Again, if your name has been left off this list for some reason, it wasn't done on purpose, just give me a text or a call and I'll let you know what group that you're in. This is all about your development level right now. Okay, it has nothing to do with the work with a depth chart. When you guys come in, make sure that you guys have your masks, your water bottles, and that you are in dress code. That's still a thing. We want to make sure we get your cleats and tennis shoes. We want to have black shorts and then Fern Creek colored shirt. Okay, black, white, gray, or orange. Um, just for simplicity purposes and to keep things really safe and sanitary, I would suggest that we all wear sleeves. Okay, you guys know I don't like the tanks and the beaters anyway. Make sure that your shirt has got some sleeves on it, or something that it's covered up the chest. The sleeveless, I think I'm okay with, but it might be a good idea just to wear some sleeves. And the same thing, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and forewarn you. Same thing can be said about your practice equipment. We have girdles, and we'll issue those to you guys if need be. But it might be a pretty good idea to go ahead and get your own if you have the means to do so. Okay, guys, we're excited. We can't wait to see you guys. I'm looking forward to this week and getting some face-to-face time with you guys. Um, guys, stay positive. Hope is greater than fear. Uh, we'll hopefully get something out of this season here pretty soon, and we should have some answers about what it'll look like. So we love you guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys this week.